Hey everybody, it's Kate, the West Coast Paper Crafter. It is Sunday, June 23rd. You are joining me tonight for hopefully a craft along. I hope you're tuning in and crafting along with me, and I am going to show you, I'm pretty sure this might be the easiest fun fold card design out there. So let's get started. I'm going to flip the camera around. Close your eyes. It's a little bumpy while I adjust so you can see my workspace. So if you are joining me and crafting along, you will need your paper trimmer. I'm just going to bring up my Facebook page on my laptop so I can see what I'm doing and make sure that you can see that my hands are in the right view. So not too many pieces. I almost forgot I need those. Okay, so we are going to start out with our card base. This is pretty Peacock, 4 1/4 by 11, and we're just going to score it in half on the 11-inch side. So I'm going to score that at 5 1/2. And then I'm going to cut 2 3/4 off the front of the card. So this is what we're left with. This is our card base. We've got a front flap, and then we've got this piece that we just chopped off, and we're going to keep this. So we can get the paper trimmer out of the way. Now I have got some designer series paper from a Latte Love suite, and these are 2 1/2 by 4. So the first one I'm going to glue on my front flap. All right, so I'm just gonna scribble a bit of glue on here, and that's going down right on that front flap, just in between the score line and the right edge of the card. Perfect. Next, I'm going to glue the second piece of designer series paper onto that piece of cardstock we just cut off. So it is double-sided, but I'm going to stamp directly on this, so I'm going to use the lighter side. And I'm just scribbling some glue on there, and then I'm going to layer it on. All right, perfect. Okay. Now, I've got a sentiment from the Latte Love stamp set, and I'm going to use Hello There, Let's Catch Up, and I'm going to stamp that in Early Espresso. So I'm just going to stamp right on my designer series paper, and I'm going to stamp on the bottom corner on the right. And before I close my ink pad, I've got a piece of basic white. This is 4 1/4 by, sorry, it's 5 1/4 by 4. 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to stamp some of the little coffee beans just in the corners. And before I forget, I learned this weekend that gardening is not my strong suit. So I've been doing a lot of gardening this weekend, and you might be noticing these little wounds on the inside of my thumbs, and that's from the rake. And I didn't even realize that I had rubbed the skin off the inside of my thumbs until it was too late. So that tells me that I'm built for crafting, but I don't think I'm built for gardening. All right, I'm just gonna glue my inside piece down to the inside part of the card. All right, just like so. All right, now I'm going to add, I already went ahead and I fussy cut out some of the coffee cups from this designer series paper, and I don't know about you guys, but I like to use all the pieces. So this was an edge piece, and I decided I'm still going to use it, and I'll just hide that edge with my other coffee cup, and that way I get to use all the as much of the paper as I possibly can. So once I decide where I want to place these, I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. I could pop them up too, but honestly, I don't know where my dimensionals are at this moment. They're somewhere. I have company, or I've had company for the past week, so I've been packing up all my crafting stuff and getting it out of the way, and my dimensionals went with it. Well, hello Ruth, I see your comment. Thanks for tuning in. So in absence of dimensionals, I'm just going to glue these mugs down, and again, I want to cover up that edge with my coffee cup, my second one, and that's that. So this is the easiest fun fold, I'm sure of it, because we are almost done and I've only been live for 7 minutes. That's how easy this is. So the important part to remember for this part of the fun fold is we're only gluing 1/3 of this piece onto our front flap, and we want to glue the left side. All right, so make sure that you are adding glue to the right side, not the right side, the left side, the correct side on the left, and about 1/3 of the way. All right, and then we're just gonna stick that down on that front flap. Now I've made sure that I don't have any glue leaching over, and I'm just going to adjust it so I have it straight. And I'm going to give it a little pressure so that glue sticks. There, that looks really good. This is so close to being done. All I need to do now is add some of these adhesive backed swirl dots that came with the Latte Love Suite. And I think I will use, I'm going to use the pink ones because they match the coffee mug. So you might hear some tunes in the background. My husband is just outside the window and he is barbecuing. We're having a late dinner. Oops, I got some of my putty stuck to that adhesive. Anyway, we typically do eat late. So it's a good thing that school's almost out. So Kai doesn't have to worry about going to bed early after eating dinner. All right. Yeah, Ruth, it is cute, isn't it? And quick. That's what I love about it. It's just so easy. So that's it. That is, in my opinion, the simplest fun fold design out there. And that is all I have to show you. Oh, no, that's not true. That is not true. So on Sunday, June 30th at 10 a.m. my time, which is Pacific Daylight Savings, I'll be teaching a free sweet peas card class. So I will show you the cards that we're going to be making. I've got the measurements ready to go, so I am going to post the measurements for these cards in the Facebook event sometime tonight, probably after dinner. So if you plan to join that free online class, then you'll find the measurements there and the supply list, and you can get everything cut out and ready to go. If you were my customer in June and ordered from my online store, then you will already have received all the kits ready to go, and you just craft along without having to prep your pieces. Thanks, Marianne. I'm glad you like it. Oh, thanks, Natalie. Yeah, it's a really easy fun fold. And last thing I wanted to show you was these were the cards for my June Seaside Wishes card class at home. So I did a poll on Facebook last week. I think it was last week. And I was asking people who've taken virtual card classes what they preferred. Did they prefer having the card kits shipped out to them with some products to use up, or do they prefer just the PDF and video tutorials and use up what you have in your stash? So what I learned was really it's a 50-50. So it seems like half my followers like getting the card kits and the other half prefer the tutorials. So I had already offered the card kit package, but now I do have available just the tutorials. So if you're interested in the tutorials for the June Seaside Wishes card class at home, I have a printable PDF and 4 video tutorials, and it's super cheap, but you do have to cut and prep all your stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna flip the phone around, so close your eyes if you get dizzy. You get a peek at my super messy kitchen. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you tuned in live, I hope you enjoyed this super simple fun fold. If you're catching me on replay or on YouTube, say hello, tell me where you're from, and if you make this card design, I really like to see your project, so post a picture in the comments, and I just love seeing what everybody comes up with. So thanks for all of you for tuning in live with me tonight, and for those catching the replay, I appreciate you as well. Everybody have a really good night, and I will see you Sunday for the Sweet Peas free online card class.